Ha! What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Check it out. As always, I want to start off by thanking everybody for their participation. Everybody who likes, everyone who shares, everyone who subscribes, and clicks that notification bell, as well as everyone who comments. I love your comments. Thank you very much. Now, in the comments of one of my last videos, one of you told me that I need to check out Ivan Ortega's full trailer for his re-edit for The Last Jedi. So, you know, I was like, okay, you don't have to tell me twice. I didn't know it was out, so thank you for putting me on. So I went to go check it out, and let me tell you, the trailer gave me all the feels, you know what I mean? It's like all the feels that I don't get when I watch the actual real movie. It's like the only thing I feel when I watch the real movie is the dark side rising in me, and I feel like grabbing somebody, some pumpkin-headed dude by the neck. But of course I'm not going to do that because, you know, I've reached the age of sophistication, and I don't believe in expressing myself violently. Anyway, watching the trailer from Ivan Ortega, it gave me the chills. You know what I mean? And it made me feel alive, and I love it. And from the very beginning, I was laughing because when it goes from, what is it, Lucasfilm, and then it goes to, you know, his logo, and then it goes to 20th Century Fox. Did anybody else pick that up? It's like, that is so fucking disrespectful. Ivan, I love it. He said it goes to 20th Century Fox. Listen, let me tell you something. You know what this trailer was to me? This was like Ivan Ortega whipping Rian Johnson's ass. You know how when you were a kid, for those of you who used to get ass whippings, you know, it's like my pops, he used to light me up. But, you know, what can I say? I love my pops. It kept me in line. It's probably what I needed back then. But anyway, this reminds me of back then, when those of you who got ass whippings when you're little, you know what I'm talking about. When your parent used to take you by one arm and then just be wailing on you, and you're trying to reach behind to catch the belt and everything, but, you know, you're moving around and your parents are like, move your hand, whack, move your hand. And it's like, you know, you're trying to block it, but you can't, and it just makes it worse because it usually catches you right here, which hurts a lot worse. You want to get whipped on your butt because, you know, there's more like meat, you know, like on your ass, you know. I don't know, unless you're Taylor Swift. But anyway, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Ivan Ortega whipping the shit out of Rian Johnson. And I love it. And the 20th Century Fox thing, that's like the biggest middle finger to Disney. And I was like, oh, this dude is so fucking disrespectful. It's so rude. I could have done that. And that's high praise. It's great. Ivan, I didn't know that you were so rude. I like this side of you. So anyway, it goes on from there. And what also stuck out with me with this trailer is that overall, you get the feeling that he's taking it back to where it should be. In other words, this should be about Luke Skywalker, because this is supposed to be the final chapter in the Skywalker saga, right? That's the way they've been selling it. That's the way they've been putting it. So why should the final chapter of the Skywalker saga be about a nobody, namely Rey? You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be about the Skywalkers. So Rey literally has no place in this story. And previous stories from Lucasfilm said, oh, we had to be careful because every time we got to writing the story for this, it was centering around Luke, and we wanted it to be more about the new characters. But that's bullshit, because this is supposed to be the final chapter in the Skywalker saga. So, as the trailer progresses, you hear the lonely piano, you know what I mean? And then I start to feel it. I'm like, oh my. Oh, I feel, it's goosebumps. The hair is standing up on my arms. I like this. I pay attention, you know. And it starts off with the lonely piano, and it goes into the Darth Vader, you know, kind of the march, you know, the Empire March, which which is always very, very tragic, especially when you hear it with the piano. And then you get into the, what was it, the Duel of Fates. You know, you hear that come in, and it's beautiful because it's supposed to be like it calls back to Anakin and the rise and the fall of Anakin, and it's just so fucking tragic. So for the first time, I'm making the connection that this is Anakin's son versus Anakin's grandson, and all of a sudden it elevates, you know, to like places that Rian Johnson never in his wasteful life ever thought of. You know what I mean? And it's a shame because it took a fan to say, look, give me that shit back. You know what I mean? It's like, Rian Johnson, you had your chance. Give it here. Give it here. And Ivan took it, you know what I'm saying? And he reworked it and he made it fucking sing. You know what I mean? So I'm watching this thing and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like things would have been so much different, you know? And then I started feeling conflicted because I'm like, man, if it had been this, you know, when I had seen it in the movies the first time, me and my son would still be bonding over Star Wars. You see, this is my origin story, guys. This is why I do the things that I do. Because just the way Peter Parker lost his uncle and it turned him into Spider-Man, I lost my bonding experience over Star Wars with my son that I waited a long time for, guys. It's like, I think I talked about it on another video, and I know I did. It's like I waited for a long time to share Star Wars with my son. I was ready for it. He was ready for it. We watched all of the originals. We watched all the prequels, even The Force Awakens. Like I said, he loved Finn. And then The Last Jedi happened. And there's a wound. There's a wound. There's a Star Wars wound now. And my son will always talk about that. Whenever he sees Star Wars, it's negative. You know what I mean? He's just so disappointed. He's so let down. He just won't revisit it ever again. Unless something crazy happens. I don't know. But anyway, that is a little bit of what I was starting to feel. You know, I was like, God damn, man, if only it had been like this. You know, if only we had had the Ivan Ortega special re-edit, you know, like before any of this. If that was the original version is what I'm saying. You know, and Rian Johnson didn't have a chance to shit all over us and divide the fandom and just turn this into the tragedy of the day, you know what I mean, of our lives. So, yeah, so anyway, yeah, it kind of, you know, struck me that way too. There was a sense of tragedy there, you know, of what could have been. Because one thing I've always said about The Last Jedi, is that it has some amazing visuals. And Ivan is using those visuals to maximum effect. You know, it's like when Luke goes into the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, I don't think in the deleted scene it was like tilted the way it is in Ivan's cut. I could be wrong, but damn it, I like that. It is so powerful, you know, to see him, like, the way he's standing there that way. And then it comes down to Leia saying that I know my son is gone. And the final words, you know, of the trailer is, nobody's ever really gone. You know, and that could easily be talking about this particular chapter too. It could actually be saved. Who knew? You know what I mean? But there it is. And you had also the... I guess the Akbar, yes, you had Admiral Akbar in there, and looking good, and you're once again the feels, man, the feels. And he says something about we could have a spy, and you know how I feel about that spy shit, man. I think that Rose could be that spy, so it's like, I'm like, yes, that's it, I like it, you know, let's go somewhere with this, a spy, yes. You know, so there's Admiral Akbar. They show Hux, you know, being taken seriously again. Kylo Ren actually looks like he could be formidable again. You know, it's like I have no idea why Disney, Lucasfilm think that it's okay to praise Rian Johnson for the bullshit that he did. And I truly, I wish with all my might that this thing goes viral. I said that on the last one, on the teaser trailer. And I mean it double now. I would love for it to go viral. I would love for Disney Lucasfilm to get a look at this. Not because I expect them to change anything, but just because it's perfectly symbolic of a true fan and the fandom that gets behind this true fan saying, this is how you do this. You know what I mean? This is what it's about. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. It's not a matter of, oh, you know, the Star Wars fans are just so difficult to please. It's a matter of actually knowing what the fuck you're doing. You know, and Ivan, I give you all types of respect, dude. Rock on. You know, I can't wait to see the full version, you know, because truly your passion and your love and your considerable talent shows in what you've done. And I applaud you for that, my friend. All right, so guys, that's how I feel about it. And you know, I'm gonna leave the link in the description box so you can check it out yourself. You can go over there, you can give him a like. Like I said, I would love for this thing to go viral. So check it out. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And Star Wars fans, young and old, Star Wars fans, whether you like The Last Jedi or not, it's time for us to remember who we are. It's time for us to return to glory, because no one is ever truly gone. Okay? Alright guys, that's it. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. I will catch you on the next one. Rock on!